Okay. Hey guys, how's it going? It's me, Yoko from Japan. Welcome back to my channel. I'm live from Fukuoka Prefecture, Japan. How you guys doing? I'm sorry, I'm late again, as usual. But I'm here. Hope you guys are still up on the other side of the world. Hello, Yoko-san. Saying hello first time in Hawaii? You're in Hawaii? I want to go there. Must be so warm and nice over there. Hi, Yoko. Hello. Uh, you're Spanish slash Japanese. I never knew. I had no idea. That's awesome. Man, must be good looking. It's like a good combo, I think. Yeah. Nice, nice. A lot of Elvis Presley there makes my days. Oh, what? You guys are talking about? I don't know. Eric says meow. Meow. Uh, oh, and you are a girl. I never knew that because your name was like tricking me. Interesting. Hola, hola, hola. No hablo español. Excited to be here with Yoko. Yay! How are you? Hello, all. Hello. Yoko looks extremely elegant and ready. Thank you. Thank you every time. Hello, Yoko. Hello. Hello, Yoko. And Hidetoshi is not here right now. He's been helping elections. Today is the voting. Oh, he changed my calendar for me. I was like, whoa, what's the picture? Um, anyway, so my husband is out helping out people, but today is the voting day for the election of member of prefectural assembly. So that's a prefectural level. And also, I believe that, what's it called? I never remember the English translation of this one. Ordinance designated city. So there are big cities, in Japan, like seven or so, maybe. So those places are having a voting day today. I think he said that here. Seven. I can't find it right away. I'm pretty sure I saw that in the newspaper, but anyway. So, yeah, some cities are having, and the prefectural assembly members are getting elected today. And then, I don't know, like a week, or is it in a week or so, I think, the rest of the cities, and also, oh yeah, the rest of the cities have the voting day. So yeah, lots of elections going on, and my husband has been like out of the house a lot lately. Happy Resurrection Day. Is it? Is it? Oh, right. Like you were saying before. Easter thing? Nice. Cool. Egg hunting? Sorry, I'm not too familiar with Christian things yet. I'm still learning. Nice. Greetings from my American friend Vinny. Hello, Vinny. I hope I'm pronouncing it right. Hello from Phoenix, Arizona. What happened to Carrie Lake, by the way? Like, I saw D'Souza, the Indian blooded guy, talking about Carrie Lake recently. Like, there were some developments. Hmm. Hello, Yoko. Hello. Greetings from the country of the living skies, Yoko. Can Japan replace Russia's oil and gas? I think, yeah, I wish that we didn't have to rely on it. In the north, I believe that we have a project together that we have oil together, if I'm right. But you know, who was it? Was it Ian Bremmer? I know that you guys don't like him because he's a liberal, but I read his book before, and he said how America should become like an oil country. You know that uh, like if America does all the like if America has resources, then we will rely on that, you know, and the world, the developed countries can rely on that. So that would be cool. But I just simply I don't want to. I don't like Russia, you know, as a country. Like there are lots of great Russian people, you know, like fighting within and so on. But I think that it's just historically and also geographically, like Russia tends to be like a dictatorship country, and that the people somehow ends up having lots of power over you. And even though people fight within, like they catch you, like same as CCP. Yeah. Good morning. It's actually in the afternoon. I'm so late. Easter celebrates Jesus' resurrection. Cool. Cool. 太宰府市青葉台から見ています。ありがとうございます。いつもありがとうございます。That's generally celebrated. These people go to church and they might have a dinner or lunch for Easter. And if they have kids, they might give them an Easter basket with candies, and they might have kids look for eggs. Yeah, I've seen that on YouTube, like YouTubers hunting eggs, even though they were not little kids. Oh, thank you for the super chat. Keep fighting and check Instagram. Okay, I'll do that. I'm using my phone as my phone. Not my phone as my camera right now, so I can't see. But thank you. Always, it really helps me. Okay, yeah, this is something I wanted to talk about today. On the 6th of this month, a UH-60JA helicopter of the Japan Grand Self Defense Force crashed, and yesterday two US F-16 fighter jets made an emergency landing on in Okinawa. Thank you for saying that. As a Japanese, I'm very worried about whether we will be able to respond to the Taiwan contingency. Yeah, so about this one, I wanted to let's see. JSDF. Should I Miyakojima? I should why like I write in English and somehow the hits are Japan Miyakojima. And I saw earlier Japan, and I should have saved that link. Where did I? Sorry, I should go back to. Oh, this one, I think. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Found it. Sorry. Oh, huh? My computer is so slow. Sorry. 画面共有 window. This one. Okay. So. Search for the crew from missing SDF, Safety Task Force helicopter continues as debris is recovered. What's debris? Pieces of what appears to be debris from a ground self-defense force helicopter that went missing on Thursday were found early Friday in the sea of Okinawa Prefecture, with a frantic search for the 10 SDF members who were aboard, so far bearing no fruit. The helicopter had taken off from a base on the prefecture's Miyako Island, but it disappeared from radar 10 minutes later. It had corresponded with the control tower about 2 minutes before it disappeared, indicating that something went wrong soon after. So, oh yeah, here. And Japan Coast Guard retrieved at least 10 pieces of debris, including a large window panel that had JSDF inscribed on it, and two lifeboats, one of which had a serial number showing it was installed on a missing helicopter. So it crashed. Like we can see that it's crashed, but it's not in pieces, and also the lifeboats were not even opened. So like they didn't even like we can guess that it didn't like they didn't have the time to do go through the procedures to escape and so on. So it was just probably bam, like crashed on the sea surface, and then that's why destroy the helicopter. And there seems to be one body that was floating, but then it's found on like yesterday. I think I saw the news last night. Like there was human-ish thing floating in on the sea surface, but then they can't reach there, so like they are having a hard time. That's the last update that I saw. But and some people are already going to. I'll get to the super chat soon. Some people are already saying like. It's not conspiracy theory, but it's like people are guessing, many things, and maybe, and they are saying just because, especially because, Tsai, President Tsai from Taiwan just visited the U.S., met McCarthy in California, and then China warned that they would, have a revenge for that, and so they are conducting military exercises near the place, and so there can be some accidents or some attacks, right? So some Japanese people are saying that maybe it was an attack, but then if you just simply use your common sense, if it was, for example, if it was a missile attack, then it would make a huge sound that the local people could hear it, right? And also the pieces would be like just scattered around more. So that's not the case. Maybe it was like a more developed weapon, like sound thing. But then, yeah, I don't know. But just simply thinking about it, it's said that it's probably crashed on the sea, but the reason is why, because the oh, I already closed it, but the there was this Mr. Sakamoto. I wonder if he is the JSDF. There was this. Why can I search in English today? That's so weird. Anyway, so Japan Self Defense Force 8th Division uh group, like he was the leader and he was appointed recently to look to be in charge of like the southern part of um Japan, and he was appointed recently. So he wanted to, like, it seems that he wanted to see around the island, like near Taiwan and China. So like around Okinawa, like they want to see what's going on, right? Like to understand the geographic characteristics and so on. So they hop on the plane together with other like high level personnel, and then those like very trained high class people were on the plane, on a helicopter, and actually it looks like this, just the regular one that you see. Like this is the one, UH-60JA. So of course it's on our like a top news, right? And then it's really weird. Oh yeah, and this is yesterday's. Is my internet skipping? I hope not. And then you can see the picture. Wait, where's today's one? Is this the one that sorry. Hold on. Okay. I don't have it. This is the newest one from yesterday. Like my husband didn't pick the newspaper. It's my internet skipping. What? What? I hope it's okay. Sorry, my internet is somehow so slow lately. But anyway, super chat. Let's look at super chat. For food, coloring, vinegar, and eggs to peanut eggs. About Easter. Oh, like for me, you mean? Thank you so much for super chat. That's thoughtful. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. On Eric, I wouldn't have guessed that you like Rubik's cubes. Oh yeah, that. Are they popular in Japan? Easily one of my favorite toys. Carrie Lake's lawsuit must be reviewed by the court, which originally dismissed her case. Might fix easy voting antics. Yeah, but that Rubik's cube, it was actually given to me by this Hungarian man. The guest speaker at CPAC gave me that Hungarian one. Um, yes, and I used to like that. I used to have one when I was little. So that one and also Tetris were the only games. Oh no, there was one more. Like there was a number aligned, and I had a little just number blocks, and I move it to put them in order. So that I like that sort of games when I was growing up because my parents never let me play video games. So, but yeah, it's nice to to have it on the shelf. So that's why it's there. So, but that's good that Carrie Lake's lawsuit must be reviewed. Yeah, it must be. It must be. Like she's very powerful. I really like her. And she's very strategic, like I can tell. Yes, yes, yes. So back to the plane. Yeah, like we can't, our self-defense force and also what Japan Coast Guard, they are searching, but they still haven't found the people. I mean, the personnel, and also the like we only found like 10 pieces or so. So like we need to find like, everything, right? But it's somehow it is hard. And also there was the news. Man, I wanted to show that. Why isn't like when I type Miyakojima, somehow it doesn't hit, like get a hit. Why? Okay, when I put Okinawa, it somehow. Weird. Very, very weird. Another article I want to show is here. 2 US fighter jets make emergency landing in Okinawa. Article from yesterday. Naha, Okinawa Prefecture, April 8th. 2 US fighter jets made an emergency landing at Shimojishima. Right, I keep typing Miyakojima. It's Shimojishima. Shimojishima Airport in the city of Miyakojima. But it's Miyakojima. Whatever. Okinawa Prefecture, southern Japan at around 3 p.m. Okay. One of the planes experienced engine troubles about 64 kilometers south of Miyako Island in the city, according to the Japanese Defense Ministry's Okinawa Defense Bureau. The planes have on their bodies markings indicating that they belong to the U.S. Air Force in South Korea. Near the airport, a Japanese ground self-defense force helicopter with 10 people on board went missing on Thursday. So it's just for this is said to be the just troubles, engine trouble, right, of the US fighter jets, and they had to land on the airport nearby. Yeah, but it probably is coincidence, but I don't know. Just thought it's interesting, and other people were like finding it interesting as well. Okay. And for Japanese helicopter that crashed, though, it's not due to, it's not like they had an engine trouble or anything, because they had checked it up earlier and no problems, and also like lots of like educated, like highly trained people were on that helicopter too. My guess is like maybe the pilot had a heart attack or something, but then they would have time to just do something, right, to fix that. I don't know what's going on. But those two things are the interesting thing. And another thing I wanted to talk about is, sorry, I keep talking about, oh yeah, maybe I should show you the picture too. So before I get to your question, I just want to make sure that as Japanese, I tell you everything I need to tell you. So about the eighth division. So it's talking about it, but there's a picture of, wait, a map. You see, the Japan is here, and then so that's where the division is, and then they fly to the south, right? Like for emergency and so on, and then so that's Japan, China, Taiwan, and that's where it happened, the crash. So it's really close to Taiwan, right? So that's what's happening. So it's like around the area, like, and also our controversial island, Senkaku Islands. Like we have a territorial or historical, I mean territorial, right? Territorial disputes with China over the islands around here. So again, like it's close. Everything is close, like around here. So China here, Taiwan here. So you know, um, yes. And then so Thai visited. President Tsai from Taiwan visited the U.S. And then in the meantime, Macron visited China, right? That was in Beijing, right? Yeah. What are we doing? Like Macron? Yeah. He went to China and Xi Jinping had dinner with him and so on. You see the Macron's picture here? An EU person tagged along too, but like I think it's a she, was excluded from some events and like poorly uh, handled and so on. But yeah, and so, and as a counterattack for that, China is conducting military exercises with 71 what is it, was it the planes, 71 planes around Taiwan. Chinese airplanes came, and then they are having military exercises to counter that. So just like, when Pelosi went to Taiwan, after that, China conducted military exercises, and it said that this time it's the continuation of that exercise. So it's a big deal. But politically speaking, it means that, President Tsai's visit to the US was that powerful that China couldn't ignore. But that's cool though, that at the same time, even though like those two countries, the US, China, or Taiwan included, like they have all the conflicts, but they made sure like they adjusted, or arranged beforehand together to not to cross the line, to go into war and so on. And that, of course, they have to, like, both sides have to show political claims, or standpoint, but they made sure that no, like, huge conflicts happen. So that's good, I think, politically speaking. Yeah. Hello, Yoko. Hello. Sorry, I keep talking. I just want to get everything off my chest so that I can concentrate. Yeah, just weird. And Macron, the reason why I wanted to talk about Macron is from France is because my father is actually angry. Whenever, like, Germany leader or French leader, whenever they do business with China, my father, like, he's not political, right, or anything, just a dad, just living like an ordinary person, because he is, but like, he reads the news and also, like, sees on TV, and whenever he sees, like, European people doing wrong things regarding China, he gets really angry. And I think that that's the general reaction of Japanese people. Like, if you look at the history, it's always like the Europe is so far from China that they don't really care about the damage that causes to here. So they usually do business with China and make things worse. But at least EU is standing against CCP for all the expansion and human rights oppression. That's the impression that I have. So that's good. I think at least, like, we are getting better at everything. Yeah. Anyway, I hope my internet is good. But let's get to chat because I think that I spoke so much. When it comes to your taxes, how is it really? Like, taxes. Um, During Abe administration, we had our consumption tax leveled up. Like, it was raised twice, and so now it's 10%. That's really high. It's also like, people are blaming COVID-19, the spread of COVID-19, but and the economy, declined from there. But the foundation for us was the consumption tax raise. So that's something that we need to be aware of. And then, as for recently, I think Kishida administration decided to raise our tax again, but it's not decided when exactly, I think, because we need to look out for um like what kind of damage it can cause. Like, at least people know about, like, how tax can kill your economy. But the problem is that among the conservative leaning politicians in Japan, even though they are, like, conservative leaning when it comes to, like, national security and so on, when it comes to economy, they are often like, they don't care about big government, small government. We don't have that sort of perspective here. So, like, it's only a tiny community among the conservatives that are aware that we should have a small government. So, other than those, like, specific group of people, the rest don't care, and they are like, oh, we need money to run things. So, yeah. Oh, about Carrie Lake. I haven't heard much about Lake recently. Katia Hobbs is doing very bad though. She vetoes 100% of bills. She is ignoring the court system. She is blocking the death penalty for a murderer. That's awful. Man. Yeah. Which reminds me, like, I was just thinking about the Democratic Party. I was watching Fox News before I came here, and I saw about them, like the Biden administration, the speaker guy, he said that he is proud about the Afghanistan withdrawal. That was crazy. So weird. Yoko, are younger Japanese embracing foreign religions more, or do they have some religious views as their parents? The thing about Japanese people is that we're people are not, like, Japanese people don't have the concept of religions in daily life. Like, of course, there are very enthusiastic religious people, joining cults and whatnot. But but regularly, people don't think of themselves as religious, and they don't, probably, like, some of, like, the majority of them, I think that they do probably believe in God in a certain extent, but they don't, it's not like religious, it's just like custom or culture, and it's, they don't have the understanding of like a religious thing, you know and so, like, for Japanese people, it's like when we die, or if someone dies, then we have a, what you call, a funeral in Buddhism style. That's just what it is. Like, oh, when we have funerals, it should be Buddhism, right? And then, but New Year's days, we go to Shinto shrines, and when we have weddings, it should be at church. And it's not because we believe in Christianity, but because that's the style that we think that we should have. So it's all mixed up. Like, it's weird. Japanese people just believes in everything, and we don't realize that we are believing everything. Like, so hard to tell, say, sorry. um yeah. Okay, I'm just scrolling it down. Scrolling down the comments. My connection is fine, okay? Because, like, I keep seeing my camera skipping on my screen. Not skipping, that's interesting. Okay. The US is responsible for putting a high hurdle so that the Japanese constitution cannot be easily amended. Japan's inability to stand on its own feet is why even China disregards it. The Yokota airspace is proof of this. Like, I do, of course, agree with all the things that happened in the past, but, like, but the past has been done. Like, we can't go back and change things, but at least, like, after all the horrible past that we have in between, of Japan and the US, both countries made so many efforts, and that we have come to this far. And I think that the majority of the big part of that is thanks to former Prime Minister Shinzo Abe. He had this great vision that he brought the, it used to be called a security diamond strategy. And he pictured the, now it's shifted into, free and open Indo-Pacific strategy, which is a common strategy for Japan and the US, and it's spreading worldwide, among the developed countries. But it's not the time to, protect your own country by your own. And now, like, we need a regional, cooperation and so on. And, like, at least, whatever happened in the past, we overcame that. Like, both countries overcame that. And I think that what matters is that we have all this cooperation that is working very well right now. And the US side probably, they have deepened their understandings as well, and they are like, there are some, like, I'm engaged in all this like political activities and so on, so I talk to many different types of people. I don't always publicize everything, like who I meet and what I talk about and so on. But some of the, um, Japanese people or experts that talk about all the emergency that's happening, around us, that all these threats that are rising around us, and Japanese experts point that out. But that's thanks to the advice from the U.S. side. Sometimes, not all the time, but sometimes it's because we, interact very well, that we share information and we share the common values, and so that we on the same page and working together. So I think it's just you know the constitution thing is the problem of us too, that it's clear, during the occupation period after the World War II. It's like if you just study history, it's clear like what was done to dissolve our country. But it's our responsibility that we lost the war, and it's our responsibility that we didn't fix it. So it's like I don't want to keep it blaming America. It's rather embarrassing for me. Yeah. How are you, Yoko? I just watched Super Mario Bros. Whoa, you did right? It's April movie, and I love it. It made me laugh a lot. Oh my gosh, I need to watch that. I need to watch that. Oh, is it? 待って。Super. It's already April. Wow. Like I was like, oh, that's like a few months away. Oh, I gotta watch this. Like the last time I went to a movie theater, I saw the what you call the I forget the word. Like the video showing the Mario thing, Super Mario Bros. And I was like, whoa, like I need to see that. Okay. Just scrolling down, scrolling down. France stopping the rest of the world in the back. Yes, I'm shocked. Shocked, I tell you, to discover this. Yeah. Hello, hello. Mm, 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 mm. People in the US think China's communism is a free or economic system regarding France and Germany's dealings with China. Yeah, isn't it weird that they're not communism? It's like a mixture of capitalism, but they're somehow proud. Oh, super chat, thank you, Eric. Always thank you. Do you have any thoughts on Otoya Yamaguchi? Not the person in the chat. Well, I understand why he did what he did. I don't support that. Don't give the enemy martyrs if you can help it, I would say. Um, so it's the guy that stopped the socialist party leader, right? Yeah, yeah. I think part it's hard to say because like with today's standards, I can't justify what he did. But at the same time, I guess that he had the spirit of a samurai, and also like he just dedicated his life to do that action. But politics, like if I give a severe opinion, then that would be that. But in politics, we have to think of the consequences of the actions that we take. So as a result of that incident, the the socialist side, they got the votes, right? Because people felt bad. So that's, if you think about what he wanted to achieve, then that worked the opposite way. So that's a hard truth or hard result, I would say. Yeah, man. So it's interesting that Japan's politics have changed back in the day, like at least I think in the 60s or 70s maybe. The like I will hear like, oh, someone threw like a Molotovs to their political opponents and so on, or maybe or a grenade or something. Like they were very violent, and they would like physically attack their political enemies. But we don't do that anymore. It's good, but at the same time, there's because both sides stopped being violent to each other, except for that one awful guy that assassinated Shinzo Abe. Except for that, like we stopped, being violent to each other. So like both sides are like we don't like people don't feel nervous, or they don't take things seriously enough, that there's no tensions in politics now, that people can say whatever they want to go viral, and they don't think about the consequences. They are more concerned about their votes. If they are politicians and if they are opinion leaders, they care about the numbers and money that they can make. So we like I just miss the Japanesiness, in a way that we back in the day, like same for Yukio Mishima too, that in order to claim something politically, like if it's a really a huge deal, like they just dedicate their life to say that, it was that heavy. But today, like people are just, I don't know, like they forgot, to how to be responsible and so on. So I'm annoyed. Another thing I'm annoyed by today's society in the world, that like in among the developed country in general, is something that I tweeted earlier today, that all this LGBTQ or feminism and so on, that is suppressing masculinity. That I am a female, but I used to be a tomboy, like I was behaving exactly like a boy. And I will play, like I will compete with boys all the time, like in kendo or basketball or fist fights. Like, and the way that I spoke in Japanese was really bad, like cursing and so on. So I was that sort of a kid. And so when masculinity or being manly, like in a traditional way, when it's denied, I feel like I'm denied, and at the same time, I'm I'm imprinted the guilt, that I shouldn't be this way. Like for example, when I was up until like early 20s, I think, of my life, I used to curse even in English, and also I used to listen to metal music a lot. And I remember talking to my musician friends from overseas, and when we hear like pop music or some rock music with like a where the guys wear skinny pants and so on, we will call them just gay, right? Oh, that's gay. Like that's gay, right? And because we were like, yeah, like we headbang, we have long hair, and we are masculine. So like so that was our culture. But of course, like it's wrong in a way, and I get that, but at the same time, that was the expression, and now we can't even say that sort of things. And I don't know, when we help a certain group of people, it suppresses other kinds of people. So like I'm suffocating in this society, and I'm sometimes like this morning, I was already up, I woke up early today, but I was like, I was so fed up with like suffocating myself with all the rules and political correctness, but I was like kind of losing my balance, and I was like furious, and at the same time I have to like control myself. So like I was like struggling in myself, and so that's why I was listening to music to remember all the anger and so on. Sorry, I'm rambling. Just hard sometimes just to live. Okay, let's see. Two questions. What are Gen Z there like? And tell me about Sansei, though they sound good. As for Gen Z here, it's it's the tone that they have is like, or the vibe that they have is very very similar. You know, they're soft, and men are very feminine, and their fashion is a bit weird. You know, seen from generation like my generation and so on. And also the music that they listen to, it's all soft, and also they are all about digital things and social media, right? But what's different is the LGBTQ thing, I think, in political correctness. The young people here are, I guess, they are like culturally conservative. So that's the difference that I see, you know, like it's not about LGBTQ. I think that the Japanese young people, they don't care about politics or society. The only time that they care about society is when some YouTubers or just TikTokers go viral with their problematic actions. So they criticize, like adults do too. So that's good. Um, but yeah, so they're calm, I think. And the problem is that they are very calm, you know, and some go crazy on social media. So there's a huge gap, but generally they're just calm and yeah, I don't know. Like I play Call of Duty Mobile, and one of the reasons why I do that is because the majority of the players are in their 20s, or they are teenagers, you know, going to junior high school or high school. So because I don't have kids, that's the chance that I get to talk to younger people, and so I interact with them, you know. But yeah, they're different, but I don't know. It's hard to describe, I guess. Uh, yeah, that's the best that I can give. But they have, what's interesting is that Gen Z has a nostalgia for 80s and so on, that it's it's the same for my friends, like younger friends. But also I saw a title, like article title today, that like young people today are finding all the like 80s hairstyle and so on, like they as attractive, like like it's a good fashion or something, like something on the line. Like I didn't read the article, so I don't know what it's about, but it was about them praising the 80s or so. So that was interesting. But again, trends repeat the cycle because that's what they do to make money, I guess. So we might see that come back. So Japanese people, like younger people, usually now have like bangs, and it's done in an old-fashioned way. So that's very interesting. You know, they copy the past generation. About Sanseito, the Kamiya, the main guy, is conservative. Like he has been in our community for a long time, but he made the party, and then he wanted to get lots of supporters, you know. And his belief is that he knows the limitations of appealing to the conservative people only. Like he knows that it doesn't grow that way. Like I've tried with my party to, like I belong to real, like a true conservative party before. Like I know what, you know, what how it goes, that there's just people are not very aware of politics here. Some people are conservative, but not too, like, not enough. So there's a limit of the movement that we can expand. So Kamiya, the Sanseto guy, decided to take in whatever that he can. So like those who like a vegan type of people. It's not vegan, but like there are people, especially women, that care about like crops, like agricultural crops that are healthy, and also like cosmetic stuff, and also conspiracy theorists too. Like they just welcomed everybody, so then they did spread their support, but at the same time, like the policies that they say are like we can't see what they're saying, and it's all mixed, and the supporters are just vary so much that all we see is chaos. But at the same time, maybe it could be the right way to get a big supporter group, because after that, like once you have your people, maybe you can just educate them and guide them to the right way. But then Kamiya's speeches have sometimes have, like, because he wants to appeal to many people, like the last time I think I saw that he was referring to Russia as if they are a good guy or some sort. No, they he was criticizing NATO, I think. So like there are some problems, that occur when you try to be nice to everybody. So I don't know. I personally don't like that party, but then at the same time, like when it comes to you know growing a party, I'm interested, so I'm just watching how it goes. But this election that's happening today to another week or so, there are lots of Sanseito candidates too. So we're gonna see how that goes. We have a feeling that some will, get seats. So. Mm, 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 mm. The Japanese are and have always been rather wise in rejecting cults, so I don't expect them to embrace Western religious cults. Ah, yeah. But in Japan we have pyramid schemes and so on, so it comes in different forms. Yeah. And often, like when you do business with let's say pyramid schemes or whatever, um it, when you spread business like that, like there is always some kind of concept, so like a brainwashing part of that. So yeah, there are many kinds of different cults, I think, today. Hmm. Does Japan have any Falun Gong members living there? And are they as hardcore Trump supporters as the ones here in America? They own the Epoch Times, Trump's favorite newspaper. Yes, there are Falun Gong members. They are often in the city collecting signatures to because their people are locked up in China. So sometimes when my husband and I have political actions, we invite them too. So, but are they Trump supporters? I mean, they should be, but not the hardcore thing. Maybe, like, I don't have the image of that. The really hardcore Trump supporters here in Japan, that are religious or happy science, and also what's the name, sanctuary. So that's the a different faction of Unification Church. So yeah. ようこ、あなたの好きな武道は何ですか？ What's my favorite martial art? Kendo. I used to do kendo. Yeah. Let's see. Let's scroll down. We need guns here. You mean Japan? Rising crimes thanks to the pandemic mandates and business shutdowns. Yes, it's been really like like Japanese people started to commit weird, like very dark crimes lately, and also like tragedies happen to young kids too. Like we are experiencing hard, like dark times now. And but at least was it last month? We no longer have to wear masks in public. The crazy part is the majority still keep wearing. It's a pollen time too, but at the same time, I think that it's not really about the science. It's about the culture that people have already gotten used to wearing masks, and they feel they feel safe. It's not only about the virus and pollens and so on, but about their appearance. That when they wear a mask, they can hide. It's a Japanese thing too. I think that it's not a matter of mask only. That like if you look at kimono, like our traditional costume, it's all like we are covering everything, and we are conservative, and we find beauty when it's hidden. So yeah, so we have lots of different problems, rooting from that too. But yeah, as for crimes, I think though the bottom cause of the spread of our crimes is the economy. The economy is bad, so people like when I read look at the news, it's because they need money. So if they have money, they don't have to commit crimes. But then why don't they have money? Because our policies suck. It's because our politicians have no idea what they're doing. So that is something that we need to fix. It's not about what we do with the results. People are just reacting to what they are going through. So we need to do something about our politics. Hmm. Oh, it's already about an hour. I should go soon. I need to go vote today. But my husband is out. I think that he will come home later. I hope that we get in time though. When in Japan, we um we usually vote at elementary schools. Yeah, maybe like a public facility too, but usually it's like elementary school because every elementary school exists in every block, and people can go by walk, like it's in walking distance. So tomboys grow up to be awesome women. I agree. Like we are fighters. Like we are nice. Like we have matured, so we know how to be feminine, but at the same time, when something wrong, something goes wrong, then we rise, and remember how to scream and so on. Um, who is your favorite Japanese celebrity? Ah, the problem is that I don't get attachment to celebrities. That's always been my problem because like I want to talk to people about common things, but I don't have things in common. So like, but I always admired like American musicians. Like I really loved Corey Taylor from Slipknot or Stone Sour, the guy with the mask. He has a tattoo though, like on his neck, like Japanese tattoos, like father, and the other I don't know what it was, but and Amy Lee from Evanescence. I really adored her when I was growing up from high school too. Yeah. I wish I could enjoy more things. I'm so strict on everything. Uh, Japan was mostly good to Taiwan. My grandfather was a graduate of a Japanese high school in Taiwan. Nice. He spoke Japanese and had a fond memories of Japanese rule in Taiwan. Oh, that's so sweet. Yes. Like Japanese people, I don't know. I have no idea about today's like especially young Taiwanese people. But as for Japanese people, of course, like we were the one that went there, so like it's different, right? Like from for Taiwan, it's different. Like we come from a different place, but so maybe because of that too. But like Japanese people, when we think of Taiwan, we like sincerely feel Taiwan is our brothers and sisters. Like very connected, and also like we were one before, like it or not, like um. But it's like on a family level, it's not like oh, it's not like oh, it's our territory. It's about family being one in a not in a colonization way, but just family. I can't really verbalize that, but yeah. And uh, and it might be like courtesy of Taiwanese people, but often they speak Japanese, like older generations, like your grandpa. But yeah, like they speak Japanese fluently, and the amazing guy. What's his name in? How do I spell his name in English? Let's see if I go here and Li Deng Hui. I don't know. Like he was a president, but really, really nice to us too. We love Taiwan, and Taiwan is always the first country. Whenever we have an earthquake, Taiwan reaches out to us. Give us lots of money to help us, and so we do the vice versa. But we have the strong connection, and we really love it. Yeah. We also used to call skinny jeans and long hair was gain. Yes, yes. You know why? Because my friends were Americans. So like I was Americanized, you know what I mean? Um am I reading from like 10, oh yeah, 10 minutes ago, sorry. I'm so uh, truth is wildly attractive, don't deny. Yeah. Like I love self development and spirituality, and I realized like I have matured, right? Like I listened to a lot of podcasts and I read many books and I experienced a lot, and I realized the human mind is very simple. It's like we are going between love and fear, right? Like a life and death, right? Constantly life and death. And also uh it's about truth or lies, that we just don't like lies. We don't like lies from others, but also we don't like to lie to ourselves. So that's like bottom, if you look at everything to the bottom, then that's what's lies there. And I realized that when I'm unhappy, or when I feel anxious or whatever, or depressed, it's always because there's a part of me that's lying to me. So, yeah. And that's why I hate political correctness. That I can't deny myself for being rude or like there are times I want to be rude, or when I want to act bad way or curse or whatever. Like I want to just I don't want to harm people, but I don't want to harm myself. But I have ulcerative colitis. People say that it's because of your food and whatnot. My theory is that it's because of my immune system, and that is due to my stress level. Like if I'm stressed, then my body becomes weak, and then foods and so on like that can affect me. So it's my mentality. But why is my mentality problematic? Because I'm like suppressing myself all the time. Like I want to say many things, like I notice so many things that I want. Sometimes I just want to tell people that they are idiots, but I'm like, I'm nice, right? Like, so, oh my gosh, you're stupid. Like I want to say that, right? But I'm like, oh, I need to be nice, so I lie to myself, and then it harms me instead of that person. So that's what I'm dealing with every day. So stupid, man. Aha. Gen Zs are apathetic about society. I think so. I think that's a good way. Like they just like I don't know what's in the head of their like it's like when I look at them I sense blank. And it's probably because I don't understand them. So I don't know like it's like in the 80s or 90s. The economy was good, so people wanted to have fun, so people were like outgoing, and extroverts. But today it's a pandemic, and even before that, like we were going inward, so they're going inward and inward, and so they have all this problem, but they're just living in their tiny head, tiny world that they've created, that they don't have experiences to figure out what they're thinking, but they keep like going inside of their head and drive themselves crazy. So that's what I feel when I look at them, that they do have struggles and they do have like dramas with people around them or their life too, but they're just looking into this tiny place, in my opinion. Like I could be wrong. Western leftists want to bring radical feminism and radical Okama issues to Japan. If Japan goes woke, it will be their proudest moment. But Japan has been like a Okama nation. Okama means, gay or trans people, but um, the Western people or even some of the leftists here don't understand the difference in the levels of discrimination. In Japan, when we say discrimination, it's about like saying negative things about LGBTQ people, for example. But it's not like they start like committing violent crimes against them or treat them differently from the rest of the people. That we treat them equally, and it's about just like a verbal level, or it could be some like bullies or so on, but it's different from the problems that occur in Western countries. So when leftists in other countries fight against all this discrimination and so on, and they say that all Japan should be the same, like first and first, like we don't have that problem, you know what I mean? And also like LGBTQ people here are already like soaked in our society, and it's rather the problems are getting being created, like it doesn't exist by the left. It's just bringing problems that doesn't exist. So annoying. I'm like, first just learn about Japan and maybe you can install some of the things from here. Because we are not a Christian nation, so our beliefs are different, right? We don't have things against LGBTQ to begin with. So then why are you telling us to be open to LGBTQ? Because we are open. You know what I mean? It's weird. Hmm. Oh, big tent party. Oh, many issues and many walks of life. Huh, good term. Thanks for telling me. I learned a new thing today. Yay. ふるさと納税 tax. I'm not familiar with that thing. I've never done it. Hmm. Sunset or do-it-yourself party. Yes, yes, yes. Um, but the original founders of that party already left like a long time ago because they had issues inside. And this main guy that founded the party is saying that maybe he should establish another party. So who knows what's gonna happen? Mm, 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 mm. See. I like I like the Epoch Times more than CNN or Fox News. Yes, they write great articles. Sometimes they far stretch though, so like you have to be careful of the facts that yeah. So sometimes I'm skeptical. I mean, it's not because they are dumb, you know. It's because when I look at the news, I always make sure that they're not lying. uh, it happens when you try to make a point. Sometimes it happens in journalism, but I do agree that they're way better than other medium. Yoko, I replied to one fellow Orthodox Christian in Tokyo about mask labeling it as fake science by CCP WHO, and he got angry. That's interesting. A choice to wear a mask is not the same as a mandate. Yeah, it's a choice for us. Okay. Vote for which election? Today, it's prefectural assembly members. And also in some big cities, you know, ordinance designated cities. Oh, I remembered. Yeah. Oh, I missed my super chat. Really? Oh, this one. Okay, okay, okay. Sorry. Sometimes happens. Oh, thank you, Eric. You super chat again. Have a good afternoon, Yoko. See you next Saturday. Thank you. Thank you so much. Oh, yes, I should go. I should go. Um, do you have to drive to get to your voting poll? No. I can walk. Everything. What's great about Japan is that you don't need a car. So what I would advise liberals or socialists or communists in America is that they should just look at Japan. You know, it's not about the transportation system that we have; it's about the compact city that we have. You know, everything is in a walking distance. The clinic, grocery store, school, both from kindergarten to high school, sometimes university too, and like all the facility like shopping malls, like everything is in a walking distance, like unless you're living in a countryside. So that's something to start, somewhere to start, you know, like in America, like I've only visited California and Virginia, so I don't know at all. But like I was shocked when I visited Virginia. I was shocked that there's a section of like grocery stores and restaurants and whatnot, and then residential area far apart, and you have to drive all the way, like really really long time. I was like, I'm like, where's the efficiency? You know, like it's efficient when you do all the you know shopping and so on, I guess, but like everyday life doesn't work that way, you know. So that's something that liberals should get started with, like if they talk about environment and so on. So weird, lots of things so weird. Oh, it's common to vote at elementary schools too, huh? Right, 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 right. Okay, gonna go now. Sayonara, Yoko-san. Sayonara. Yeah. Takayuki Yamada. Oh yeah, he's good looking, I think. Happy voting day and happy Easter, Yoko. Thank you. Thank you. You're a proud American with mixed ethnicity. Cool, cool, cool. Nice. Okay, I should go. Sorry, like you guys gave me lots of comments, but oh, adoption of the trauma LGBT. That's interesting. That's interesting. Okay. Love you, Yoko-san. You don't need to be nice. Be truthful. Thank you. Even if it hurts, yeah. We gotta be strong, right? To just we gotta think about ourselves first. Just like America first. Me first. Seriously, I think that's our problem today. So よくわかれば私たちは言えなくなる。Don't cry. Keep fighting. Yes, sir. Let's. Okay. Mm. Thank you for the stream, Yoko. Give your absent producer a good belly rub. Yeah. We're working with the balls. Yes. Thank you. He's more of a brain though too. It's he's helping candidates like with the strategy and so on. But anyway, you petty officer. Okay. Good night, all, and happy Easter. Yes, happy Easter. Okay, I'm gonna go. That's so true. Okay, I could keep talking to you forever, but I gotta go. Happy Easter, everyone. Happy Easter. Okay, I'll let you go. Thank you so much for coming to this stream. I'm sorry I'm always late, but next week, yeah, next week probably is another voting day. I'm not just sure of my schedule, but I'll be here. I think so. Let's catch up again. Be safe, guys. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate every single one of you. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, I'm gonna go. Have a good night. Bye.